So I would start before the child even came to my station or to the area by removing all of the pieces, so that the child just focuses on the main word that they're going to learn. All right. And I marked these ones up here in red because they're the opposite. A lot of times children learn through opposites, but you also might need it even before you present the opposite of the word. You might need to do a short language activity targeting same and different to teach what children what opposites actually even mean. So I would start with the main picture, and it's a picture from the story, and I would say, hey, do you remember when, so you talked with the characters and where they first were exposed to the word. When Grandpa told Jackson that he was going to get to go for a tractor ride, that news generated so much excitement inside Jackson. We're going to talk about this word, generate. Generate means to make. Okay, so that's our first connection. Look, it's connected. Generate means to make. And then I would show the child a couple different pictures, and I would only let them select from these three. I don't know if you can see this here, but I'd say, can you show me something you can make? And then they pick up, maybe they select this card, and I'm only giving them the option of these three. So then they pick cake. Oh, you can make a cake? Have you ever seen somebody make a cake? And the reason this is a pretty good picture card, because every kid has a birthday, and a lot of parents will make cakes, or they've seen a cake and you can talk about making it, and then they get to put it on. Okay, so that goes right here. Generate means to make. Some things that we can make are cakes. We can generate a cake. All right, pick another thing you can make. Oh, a card? You can make a card. So you're only giving them these two things, right? So you're giving them a chance to talk about it. They're not being bombarded by all the different pictures, just these first two. Okay, and then by them selecting it, it just gives you a chance to talk with them. And most likely they'll pick a card that they're more familiar with. Oh, a painting? Maybe they'll pick the painting. You can make a painting, yeah. So then you can talk about that. You don't have to rush to get through everything. If you stay on this for a while, painting, oh, what have you generated a picture of? And they might look at you, oh, because they're not understanding the word generate. Remember, generate means to make. So that natural incidental exposure to the word's definition. And you could talk about that. And I left these other special ones down at the bottom. So you can also make electricity. And we went through this in the class video. And this could be a side activity. You don't have to do it at the same time. Maybe one day you just talk about generate and make and these things. And then the next day is a lesson plan. You maybe make an activity talking about making static electricity, and you can make it through rubbing a balloon. And then by that time, the child has done these things. So then you can go backwards after you maybe rub your hands together. Oh, do you feel your hands are getting warm? You're making heat. So then you just go back up and you're saying, oh yeah, rubbing your hands together. Rubbing a balloon on your head makes static electricity. Your hair sticks to it. Yep, that means to make. You can make static electricity. And generate means to make. So you can generate or make static electricity by rubbing a balloon on your head. And you don't have to go through each of the stages. The child's going to make the connection, but as many natural exposures you can have to the word and different activities. And then maybe the next day, or you have a little activity teaching same and different. So let's just talk about things that are the same and things that are different. You can look at picture cards. You can find colors that are the same and different things like that. And then you might want to talk about the opposite. So the opposite of make is destroy. So destroy. Look, so then you put this card up right here, and then you'd have the kid select from a few pictures of destroying, right? So then you have them select, just have these cards in front of them and on the floor, and all the other cards are hidden, right? You're only allowing to talk about which ones you want the child to talk about. And then maybe they pick this one where, oh yeah, you're destroying a picture, you scribbled on it. You can have the child actually even do that if you want. So Is he generating a nice picture like over here? No, he's destroying it. That's the opposite. You can talk about this picture and always referencing back to the main word. So maybe the child picks this one. Oh, is this baby making a cake? Are they generating a cake? No, they're smashing it. That doesn't mean generate. That's the opposite. It goes over here. That means destroy. They're smashing it. Over here she was making or generating a cake, but not over here. And you can continue on with different things. There's also, you can make your name, just for more ideas if this is all something preschool children will do. Goes over there. And I also have, generate means to make or to build. And then you can have different things of building. Like, for example, a pillow fort. Oh yeah, you can build a pillow fort. Or you can talk about if a kid maybe built one at home, and if he never, you can tell him to build a pillow fort and then come back and tell you what he generated. Maybe he, maybe it was a boys only pillow fort or girls only pillow fort or a princess castle they generated, and then they come back and they're telling you all these things that they made, and you can say, because they're making it, oh yeah, tell me about what you generated. And you can also have it be a little homework activity as well, a vocabulary homework activity. Tell mom and dad, okay, can you go home tonight and make something and let me know what you made. And the child comes back the next day, and then you can say, Mom told me how you generated a princess castle, or whatever it is. It's an easy way to do home programming and exposure to the vocabulary words as well. But like I said, you don't have to go through all of them in one session. It might just be taking the time and building the language around it. So maybe it'll take a day to build same and different, or maybe it'll take a week. It's something you work on and build around. And these are all different. So maybe they've never made a cake, so maybe you have an activity about making cakes, talking about food, talking about different parts of the cakes, the layers, or different things like that. And just really thinking about that at that preschool level. Okay, and now this one really bugged me because I was saying you can generate static electricity, but you can through rubbing your feet on the carpet. That's the picture that goes there. All right. So that's one way of making a semantic web.